In this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts about the George Floyd's death, and I'm going to be talking about the Black Lives Matter protests, and finally I'm going to give what I feel should be the Christian response to everything that is happening right now. So that is coming up in a moment. Hello everyone, and welcome to The Complete Christian. My name is Chidi. If you're new to this channel, please click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any videos. Please comment, share and like our videos if you like them. So I'm just going to go straight into the video. Today I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be talking about George Floyd's death and the protest that is happening everywhere around the world because of this, the killing of George Floyd. And at the end, I'm gonna give, what I feel is going to be the best approach for Christians in these situations. So if you don't know, what happened to George Floyd. So he was a black man who was reported to have used fake bill, that's a fake money, to buy something from the shop, and shopkeepers or owners, whoever they are, called the police on him. And when the police came, they tried to arrest him, and in the whole situation, he died basically from the whole situation. So the reason why this has been an uproar is the process through which George died. A lot of people have found it very difficult to watch the video. I actually watched the video. I saw Derek Chauvin put his knee on George's neck, and he was shouting and crying that he could not breathe. And after a couple of minutes, I think about 8 or 9 minutes, George died. Yeah. And right now, the report is that the police officer, the police officers who are responsible for the death have been arrested and charged to court for murder. So we're going to see what's going to happen. So it's very interesting. Just last week, recently, I watched a video that John Boyega did. He's a black actor who acted in Star Wars movies. So in the video, he said, F racist, white people. So that made me think that there's a lot of people who are actually hurt and thinking in this way. So I know this is going to sound very controversial to some people because they probably expect me to be, outraged, and rightly so. A man was killed unnecessarily. Whether he was wrong in using fake bill, the officer shouldn't be the executioner. He shouldn't be the one to pronounce judgment on him basically and kill him. So he was, in my heart of hearts, I believe that he was wrong, and I think that he should face the full wrath of the law. That's what I believe. But the whole narrative in the media is that white people are racist. America is inherently racist. Even they're protesting the United Kingdom right now, and they're saying that, you know, the UK is racist and all that stuff. This is how I see it. There's always going to be racist people, whether you like it or not. There are gonna be racist people on both sides, and if I'm being honest, I really don't want to hear no one, you know, saying that black people can't be racist, because that is a very stupid, to me, it's a very stupid thing to say. Because, you know, let's just simplify the whole thing and break it down. What is racism? Racism is basically pride plus hatred. So you have pride, you know, you're too proud of your ethnicity or your color, and you believe that you're better than the other races, and you hate the other races. That's basically what racism is. And if we look at it like that, we would see that different people from different ethnicities can be racist. So, like, I've been to barbershops, I know what, you know, black people to say about white people, you know, so it can be both ways. But, you know, I personally, I wouldn't generalize to say every white person is racist, and I wouldn't expect them to say that every black person is racist, you know. So from John Boyega's rant, he was saying that, you know, he knows that there are other forms of racism, but right now he doesn't want to hear from anyone else. So they don't want to hear from anyone talking about other forms of racism. For right now, it's just black people. So, and it's to me, it's a bit funny, because imagine that people are saying that black people are thugs and black people are gangbangers and they're drug dealers and stuff. Imagine, like, white, I don't know, white people are saying that about you, and then the white people turn around to say, you know, like, okay, they're saying that about you, and then you're telling them that, look, I'm not like that, and then they're turning around to say to you, we don't care. Basically, we don't want to hear. You understand? Like, okay, so imagine someone called you a racist and called you a rapist and called you different names to say you're this, you're that, and you tell them that obviously that's not who you are, and then they say to you, we don't want to hear from you. So basically call you like you're racist and everything, and you can't talk about it. That's I believe that's what, like, a lot of, you know, and white people are feeling right now, because they're coming out to say, look, I'm not like this, and then you're being like, if you're actually coming out to defend yourself, then you probably are. So I don't really think, you know, that's a good approach, because not every white person is racist, and not every black person is racist. It's also like similar to saying every black person is a gangbanger, or I don't know, deals with drugs and is violent. I know some black people are, but not every black person is. So it's really, I believe it's really wrong to generalize, to say that every white person is racist, because if the tables were turned and they said every black person is, you know, violent, or every black person is into gangs or all that stuff, you wouldn't be happy everyone saying that about you. So that is my approach to it. Now, coming over to the Black Lives Matter protests, this is the way I see it. The killing of George Floyd was unlawful. It was unnecessary. But right now I don't know what Black Lives Matter want to achieve. I've got a couple of points. So the first one is, what do they have to gain by looting and destroying things? Like, what do they actually want to achieve? So like right now, black businesses have been destroyed because they're rioting in these places and they're black neighborhoods, right? So black businesses have been destroyed and black people have been killed. So it's like, what are you actually trying to achieve when you're killing black people because you're protesting a black person's death? You're killing black people and you're destroying black businesses where they get their livelihood. So right now I don't know what they're planning to achieve. The other issue is, why is it that Black Lives Matter only come out to protest when a white person takes a black life? Why does Black Lives Matter only when a white person takes that black life? Why don't they come out when black people kill other black people too? In fact, you're more likely to be killed by a black person than it is to be killed by a white person. Why don't they come out to protest those things? Why do they always have to come out to show outrage because it's a white person that did it? I mean, if Black Lives Matter, it should matter in all situations with everybody. But they only come out, they choose their outrage. They only show their outrage when it's a white person. But a black life should always matter all the time. So that's why I don't really, I don't know, I find this whole Black Lives Matter movement a bit, funny. The other thing is, just think about it. Black Lives is funded heavily, but think about it. What have they actually done for black people? They have enough money to do, carry out projects in the black communities. What have they actually done? They should have put their money where their mouth is, to build projects, to set up stuff to help the black communities, but they don't. They only come out when a black person is killed by a white person to show their outrage. Why can't they use that money to set up stuff to help? So that shows you that they don't really care. Black Lives Matter supports Planned Parenthood, which supports abortion in predominantly black neighborhoods. If you do your research, you see that the person who actually started Planned Parenthood was a racist white person who set up Planned Parenthood in the neighborhoods to reduce the population of black people, but they support these people. Why? That's the reason why I don't understand. I don't understand this Black Lives Matter thing. They only show their outrage when a white person does something, and even even after the brother of George Floyd has said that he's not in support of this rioting, they're still carrying on. That shows that they don't actually care about the black lives. They don't actually care about George Floyd, because the family has said they don't want these things to go on. So I actually feel like these people don't care about George Floyd. They're actually using this as an opportunity to, you know, to steal something that's they can't afford. They call it protesting, but it's not really protesting, because a protest should be peaceful. You show your grievance and you know, speak to, you know, to the powers that be to make a change. But you go around destroying people's property, all in the name of protesting. And black people have actually been killed during these protests because they don't represent what they represent. They're not part of the protest. They're trying to protect businesses and properties, and they've been killed, and no one is talking about that. That's why I don't really get this Black Lives Matter thing. And you know, I know some people are going to call me Uncle Tom and call me, you know, coon, or call me whatever, but still, black people need to, you know, start waking up and think for themselves. All this groupthink thing is nonsense. Think for yourself. Get all the facts and think for yourself. Not every black person is the same, and not every black person is going through the same experience. You understand? So think for yourself. You know, don't be emotional. Think for yourself and get all the facts. So I'm going to just say a few things I feel like should, you know, things that I feel like, you know, Christians should be, you know, doing, how they need to respond to these issues. So the first thing is, don't be emotional when things happen. Think, get all the facts and think. You know, the Bible says we should be wise as a dove, wise as a serpent, and gentle like the dove. Be gentle, be peaceful. You know, don't join into this, you know, rioting and pulling down statues and defacing, you know, statues and all these kind of things. That's not Christian. Don't join these things, you know. Get all the facts, think, and do everything peacefully. The Bible says we should follow peace with all men. That's what the Bible tells us to do, so we should behave like that. The Bible says, the next point is, people should not paint everyone with the same brush. The person who committed a crime should be taken, it should be accountable for their own sins and not everybody else. The Bible says, the soul that sinneth shall die. That same soul should be the one to take responsibility for their actions, not someone else. Not painting every other race, you know, with the same brush because somebody from the race did something. Imagine if someone called you a rapist to say your own race are rapist because someone from your race did it, but you don't do that. That would be hurtful. So don't paint everyone with the same brush. Give everyone the benefit of a doubt, and you know, everyone that commits a crime should be held accountable, not everyone else. The last thing I would say is Christians need to share the gospel more. You know, imagine if everyone like lived by the golden rule, which is treat everyone the way you want them to treat you. Imagine how the world is going to change to become a better place. Like, that means I'm not going to lie against you because I don't want you to lie against me. I'm not going to cheat you because I don't want you to cheat me. I'm not going to, I don't know, hurt you, kill you, do anything bad to you because I don't want, you know, you or anyone to do something like that to me. Imagine how the world is going to change. So we need to preach the gospel more, because, you know, if you look at it, this is the way I see it. Racism, whatever, they are sins, and the only thing that can solve the sickness of sin is the gospel of Jesus. Because when someone receives the gospel of Jesus, what happens is their heart is regenerated and they love righteousness and they hate sin. They hate evil and they love righteousness because they want to please God. So imagine how the gospel will change the whole world. The world will be a more, you know, loving place and less racist place. So we need to share the gospel more. So if you don't understand the gospel of Jesus and you want to know what it is, or even how to explain it, I've got a video. Just check the description box I'm going to put a link there to my video where I talked about the gospel. Have a look. I think that will bless you. So we need to share the gospel more, to everybody around us. With that, I believe that God is going to change a lot of hearts, and they're going to love righteousness and hate sin, and all these injustices that we're seeing, by God's grace, these things are going to be affected, because where God is, there's peace. When God is in the heart, there's peace, and that peace is going to shine and affect other people as well. So that's how I believe Christians need to react to these things. So that is the video for today. So I don't know, maybe if whether you believed what I don't know, whether you think that I've gone back in mad, and I've become a sellout or whatever, and you believe that white people generally are inherently racist. Leave a comment and tell me what you think, or even if you believe what I believe, and you think that individuals should be held accountable for what they've done, and the whole race should not be painted with the same brush. That's what I believe. And also, if you believe that the gospel of Christ needs to be preached more, and that will help to change the hearts of men to be more loving, let me know what you think. Whatever you think, let me know what you think in the comment section. I'll be glad and to see what you think. So like I say before I close, fear God and keep his commandments, for that is the whole duty of man. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Bye.